We are going to add some behavior and skill system for this school, assuming that your school record behaviors and skills or skills. So just to show you how to do it using Nersapp, as you can see in this section for secondary school, there are no behavior and skill system. That means a system that can help you to record behaviors and skill information. So you have 0 behavior scheme and we have 0 skill schemes. So to start adding behavior and skill schemes, simply click the new behavior and skill scheme. For behavior and skill, you have to provide the behavior and skill value. For instance, let's start with behavior. We want to create a behavior scheme. You have to provide the name here. So we can call this JSS1 and 2 behavior scheme. And we want the scheme to be represented with a label, digits. You can use alphabet or number, but let's show you how it looks like. For instance, you can see here, this is for behavior. The labeling or for rating is in numbers. So you have 5, 4, 3, maybe 2, 1. But you can see here for skill at the psychomotor domain, the labeling for the rating is alphabet, A, B, C. It can be any alphabet that you choose in your language, whether you are Chinese or French. And it can be any number that you know of here. So you can pick digits or you can pick alphabet as a way of rating behavior or skills. So in this case here, we are considering behavior scheme. So we have to let Nersapp know by simply picking behavior scheme. And we provide the values. For instance, in behavior, we can consider values like honesty, punctuality, self-control. So I'm going to go ahead to quickly do a quick walk here. You can start typing them one by one, or you can do what I just did, which is a cheat code for me. After this, we have to add the behavior data. So let's start adding. As you can see here in this example, we have all of this. So data now would be this rating. For instance, when someone in terms of punctuality between say 1 to 5, okay, the person probably scored 5, okay, you should have 5, marks for him or her. So we're going to do same here by creating the label. In this case, we say digits. So we're going to start, let's use 5. It can be any digit of your choice, but we like using 5. And 5 in this case, in this tutorial, represent the highest form of behavioral performance. 1 in this case will be the lowest in this tutorial. Yours can be different. So at the run, you can switch to alphabet, and when you do that, the Nersapp will try to convert this information to an alphabet, but you can use any value as you want. This may not necessarily matter for you. So we're going to just stick it to this and say 5. You can use these arrow keys here to run through the numbers or the alphabets. 5, we can say let the rating score for 5 be 100. Now this will help Nersapp to classify this rating. For instance, when you give a student, say in punctuality 5, Nersapp would record a performance of 100 for that student. Okay, so we can give it a color if you want, but it's optional. Then you can give it a remark, say excellent, just like what you're seeing in this keys here that says excellent should represent green color, and you can see here the marking here is green too. So you can add more. Let's have 4 here, and let's give this one 80. You can give it a color, and we can call this very good. Let's add more again. Let's add 3. You can say 60. You can give it a color. You can say good. Now, in behavioral performance and probably skills, you don't want your student to be failing, but there are no such thing like failed behavior. So you might want to stop somewhere, let's say at this number, or you might want to add based on how you want to classify them. But take note, whatever you use for your label should also be understood by your school. That 5 means best performance, say 4 means second best, 3 means third best. In most school, 1 might mean best performance, 2 might mean second best, 3 might mean third best. All right. And how you would tell Nersapp that will be how you reflect the rating score. Like in this case here, 100, 80, 60. So I'm saying that 5 is top, 4 is 3 is second, and 3 is third. You can add more even down to 1. So let's just stop it here and click save. That's how to add behavioral performance. Let's quickly add for skills also. So we're going to call this JSS 1 and 2 skill scheme. And still stick to this type of label or alphabet and switch this to skill. This time here, we want to add skills. So skill have things like handwriting, outdoor games, indoors. So it depends on what you want. For this case, I'm going to do a fast one here. This cheat code is available just to me, so you have to manually add yours one by one. Let's start adding the rating values. So we can still say 5 here, or we can just switch this to alphabet so we can differentiate this. Say A, that means the highest form, which is 100. We give it a color of green. Excellent. Add B here. Use the arrow keys B, meaning 80. Give it a color also. In this case, I'm going to pick light blue here, which might mean very good. And thirdly, let's move it to C. In this case, we have 60. Let's give it a color. Say this color. All of this could be planned out before you start creating the scheme. You don't have to necessarily do them on the fly. You can create it on paper before adding them here. So that's how to add behavior and skill scheme for your school for different classes. As you can see here, this information, this is his name. The label type is alphabet here, or this one is digit. It is in reserve mode, meaning that you can delete it, you can edit it. Just clicking on it, make some changes, and click save. And that is it. In the skill scheme, you have about 8 psychomotor values. In the behavior scheme, you have about 8 affective values.